Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Dead Cells. I think we need to play around with our new ability a little bit. There's obviously some stuff going on up here, although I guess I can just climb up here normally. Hey look, I discovered our garbage wooden shield. I was all looking forward to actually getting to do this thing. I mean, I'm still going to do this thing. Look at that. Oh, there's a limit to how far away from the body we can pull. This is a really strange new ability. Also, hey look at this, a thing. Can we... Hold on, let's make sure there's not any other secrets hidden up here. Yeah, I have no idea what the value of being able to hurl my gross moss head out could possibly be. I don't know, we'll keep an eye out for opportunities to use it. Odd kind of place, though, no matter how you look at it. I imagine this will be a sight to behold when you and the Collector have lit all the flasks up. Yes, I imagine so. You're working on it, aren't you? Obviously you're chipping away at it. Like all the others. Hey, I have questions about the thing you just said. Nope, okay, I guess we're done talking. Fine. So you can see all of these flasks, each one of these represents an item that we could unlock. A few of them are already full with their unlocks, but it turns out there's a lot of stuff in this game, is where this is going. Alright. Let's hit this. So this allows us to adjust the difficulty. We're just going to go ahead and activate that boss stem cell that we picked up. I really don't... Stem cells is bad. They should just be boss cells, like they were before. So the enemies are going to be tougher. Items can be upgraded to a higher quality. We can pick up the next difficulty. And there are fewer health fountains. I think the way this works is we only get to refill our flask every other level instead of every level. This should be a little bit better difficulty for my level of familiarity with the game. Again, not trying to say I'm great at it or anything, but I'm not truly horrible. So up here we can see the daily challenge area. Daily challenges are fine. They're usually just like super short little dungeons. I'm not interested in doing that. Okay, the frontline shield is my least favorite shield. See, it blocks a lot of damage, but it can't parry, and parrying is the thing that is fun about shields. I don't know, let's go bow again. What do we do with this? You know, this has been in for a whole lot of builds, and I don't think they ever did put in a way of opening it. I would assume the fact that it's still here means there's a way to open it now, but also, what is going on here? I don't understand a thing. The king is quite dead, I thought. Why didn't anything change? What does it mean? It's a fair question. I mean, what does anything mean, though? So apparently there may be some actual plot justification for the endless runs. I'm kind of curious to see where they're going with this. For right now, let's take a point of red. It's often a good idea to start with a point of red. So the enemies are going to have a little bit more health, and they're going to do a little bit more damage. And we are just going to have to be more careful, by which I mean I am just going to have to be more careful. Okay. I think maybe we should keep moving. Let's try to open as many timed doors as we can on this run. How about that? Also, I don't know where that comes from, that weird that weird collective tense that streamers do that I apparently picked up somewhere. I do like a good grenade. I also like a wolf trap. Let's pick up an ice grenade. Ice grenades are just good items. We really need to unlock some more stuff. And see, there I am. I'm doing it again. I really need to unlock some more stuff. So we don't want to stop and fight too much. But like I said, it's important that try to make sure that we search the level thoroughly and get all of the scrolls, at the very least. Also, hey, free turret. Apparently, this is not actually a path. So we only need to fight the enemies for gold and cells. But we get some golden cells just by making it to the time door. Another sinew slicer. Well, it is better than the one we have now, because it does bonus damage to a burning target. I think it's probably not a good idea to carry two of these things. Alright, so we need to get out of here by the 2-minute mark. Ooh, okay, I actually really like this item. Let's get those firebrands. Okay, well, we have the start of a pretty good red build here. Oh, hey. She's dead. Like, really dead. And it's recent. Dude. Have a little respect, huh? Oh, look what I've found. Well, we got the blueprint for a broadsword, so we know how to get out of here now. Should we maybe... I'm going to teleport somewhere else. We didn't explore the level totally thoroughly. Let's try to do a little bit more exploration, maybe get a little bit more loot, and then get back there before time runs out. Never mind, this doesn't go anywhere. Well, then I guess we'll just go straight back to the teleporter. We could go this way. That is the symbol for the Divine Rune. But I don't want to miss the door. Did I get any cells? 2. We got 2 cells. Okay. It'll have to do. We're going to get like 15 or so, I think. 10 or 15 from the time door, so... Hey, man, do you have anything to tell me about what's going on? No, apparently not. So we have a couple of items. I should talk about what my strategy here is a little bit. We have a couple of items that are really close to being unlockable, but the quality of the item you get from the collector is determined by how late in the run you get the item. So if we are going to like finish off the Impaler or the Crossbow-matic or something, I'd like to do it on a slightly later collector so that we get a better version of the item. Not reforging anything, obviously. From you, I will just take, of course, the free life. And let's see if we can find that time door. In the sewers, it's always, like, right next to the entrance. In the Promenade of the Condemned, sometimes it's a little further away. I think 23 seconds ought to be more than enough time, though. Every once in a while, I guess, I could just open a door. So this won't be the way we do every run, but I want to see what kind of progress we can make on these time doors. Maybe we can get more than just the first one. We still almost missed that. Oh, wait, look at that. There's 12 cells in here, a bunch of money. I don't know if it's enough money to make up for all the money we didn't get by fighting all the enemies in the first area, but it totally might be. In any case, it feels like enough money. Alright, so we're just going to keep hauling here. I'm not going to stop to fight. There are some enemies that you can't really escape from, like these bats will chase you forever. These guys will chase you pretty much forever. We're going to have to, fight them, but obviously I'd like to get away from the target dummy first. And we do still want to explore, because we don't want to miss scrolls. But I'm going to try not to fight enemies we don't have to fight. Ow. Well, that was not a great start, so I totally did not want to climb up that ledge. But apparently I jumped close enough to the ledge that I didn't have a choice. Oh, well, there has to be something valuable in here, right? We had to use our teleportation magic to get here. If I was hiding treasure in the world, I would put it behind magic statues pretty much all of the time. Okay, I see a little bit of red on the map this way, which means either treasure or a shop. This is certainly a better ice grenade. The question is, do we want to spend money again so soon? I think we should probably save up. The gain in effectiveness there is pretty small on the whole. It looks like actually this might be a dead end. Yeah, okay. So we're shooting for like 8 minutes, right? I think that's what we figured out, 8.5. Ooh, well, we can't not take the symmetrical lance. First of all, we don't have a real item. Or we don't have a real weapon. And secondly, we just unlocked this thing, and it does look super cool. Also, while we're standing in these little item areas, time has paused. I'm gonna wait for this dude to come back over by the door, and then... Oh boy, that's a slow attack. Okay, seems powerful, but very slow. Alright, well, the teleporting guys are just gonna have to follow us for a minute here. I'm actually kind of curious. What if I... Yep, that totally did work the way I wanted it to. They dove to their deaths. Alright, well, we're gonna keep taking red here. Actually, the firebrands can be shot almost without slowing down. So probably what I should be doing... Ooh. Okay, let's go in here. What I should be doing is throwing those a lot. So, as soon as we find a spot where we can stop, I'll explain what's going on here. Yeah, look at that. That's what I should be doing. Also, it seems like the symmetrical lance hits in front of you and behind you, which is pretty cool. Ah, get on the chain. So we were able to go into one of those doors that's always been locked before. That's because those doors are locked by the number of boss cells you're currently using. We have one cell, so we'll be able to go through the doors that have the one circle drawn on them. This is not good. Oh god, many bats. Oh my god, so many bats. Also, we can fight stuff in here without actually spending any time. Okay. That was a little ugly. I don't think we actually want any of this stuff. I'm pretty happy with the types of things we have now. Obviously, it'd be cool if we could upgrade our quality a little bit. Yeah, this is definitely better. Well, we actually do have a thing that burns people now, don't we? Yeah, never mind. I'll stick with the one we have. There will probably be a teleporter after the shop. It does not bode super well for us. Super well for me. That we're... I'm just gonna drink this. That we're already out of health. Because there probably will not be... Or at least there's a good chance there won't be a health fountain at the end of the next collector area. Oh well, if we die, we die. If I die, I die. I'm working on it. I'm trying to get it under control. So yeah, as you go up in difficulty, you do unlock more and more secret areas. I'm really surprised that worked. Oh, hey. Oh, I remembered this. Yeah, there's 3 keys stashed around this map we can get to that blueprint with. I do not totally remember where they are. Whatever, we'll figure it out. Okay, so this thing seems powerful, but, like, really slow. Slow enough that it's definitely a liability. What is the deal with it? Inflicts critical hits for 6 seconds if you quickly kill 2 enemies with this weapon. Alright. Interesting, so I guess that really incentivizes us not to stand and fight individual enemies, but rather to kind of, like, train a bunch of stuff together. Oh, hey. Well, isn't this lovely? A whole bunch of plants that seem to have been a bit underwatered recently. Gee, I wonder why. Looks like this guy loved flowers. Yeah, this is grim. All the fabric from the bed seems to have been torn up and used elsewhere. Yeah, I can see where that might have been. There's a label on this pot. Do not water after midnight. That thing planted there looks less like a flower than an experiment gone horribly wrong. Guess he wanted to choose the time of his death. He's holding a faded flower between his fingers. A moment of silence. Okay, and now we steal his stuff. Listen, he doesn't need it anymore. That's not a great amulet, but it's certainly better than the prisoner's collar. I'm starting to think our character doesn't have a lot of respect for the dead. So yeah, you can see this is 2 circles, so if we had 2 boss cells, we'd be able to go in there. The game gets harder, but also you get some extra tools to deal with it. Well, it looks like we won't be going any further this way. We're almost at 6 minutes now. Okay, so, I mean, this weapon is not great for killing little enemies, but we do have the firebrands for that. Oh, hey, yeah, we can do this now. Let's go this way. I don't actually remember the ossuary. Yeah, don't actually remember... This area is harder, probably. Whatever, we'll be fine. We have this huge lance. Wow, that's quite a fall, actually. So, this might be the kind of time where we want to start picking up stuff. Do I want to unlock a thing? We have our slicer, but we only have 1 point in purple, so maybe I should replace that with, like, a powerful bomb? Powerful grenade? It's a large explosion. Where are we at on... Restock is still 8 items away. Probably don't want to pick up Nerves of Steel right now. The Assault Shield is a really, really cool item. You know, why don't we set this to 1 cell left, and then I'm going to put the rest of our cells into the Assault Shield. I think we're cool on our actual, cool on our modifiers. And since we're feeling pretty red right now, Combo and Fireworks Technician's not a bad idea. The fact that we're not able to refill our flask as often might mean we want to take Necromancy and get a little bit of green. I'm going to take Dead Inside, just give myself a little bit of threshold for coming back after screwing up. And yeah, Combo's fine. Okay, so we do get a refill this time. Maybe it's next time we don't get a refill. After the night of the bloody riots, the guards decided to condemn a whole wing of the prison so they could dump the bodies in there. Lovely. Okay, we should be cool on this time door. We can just find it. Alright, easy enough. And this time, 28 cells. Okay, that was probably, it's probably worth skipping stuff for. I'm starting to get a little nervous about our health, so let's take a point of green here. The Marksman's Bow is a great item. I like it a lot. Happy to see that. I kind of forgot that there were blueprints behind the time doors. Or you know what, maybe there weren't blueprints behind the time doors last time I played. Uh-oh. Those things have a nice big AoE attack that they charge up. Oops, didn't actually roll all the way through. I'm just gonna get out of here. Surprise! Nope, I didn't do any damage to him with my drop at all there. Well, that was pretty bad. Listen, it's gonna be fine. We're just gonna go again. We're gonna go again. It's speedrun time. We're going fast. We can afford to screw up at the beginning of the episode because we're going so fast. Get my 6,000 gold back. Okay, so the game is very slightly more difficult. Just a tiny little bit. We should also try to pick up all the free money that's just laying around. Anytime we see a big nugget of gold hovering in the air. So, like, I think there's an interesting type of min-maxing that goes on, where you don't want to fight, like, not at all. You want to try to get things that are valuable. You want to get money. Like, if you can get a bunch of enemies grouped up and hit them all at the same time. Yes, we can recycle that. Somebody paid me 40 gold for this used cake I found in a wall. In a dungeon. Amidst a bunch of corpses. So yeah, like, a situation like this where we can make relatively few strikes and get some gold, probably we should, right? I don't really like Frost Blast. I think we're going to skip all this stuff. Frost Blast is a weapon that just freezes everything in front of you, and it, you know, it does a nice, like, area freeze. It's sort of like an infinite use version of the a zero cooldown, I should say, version of the Frost Grenade, but it has a pretty long windup, and really that's all you can say for it is it's like a Frost Grenade that has no cooldown. It might not do damage. I think it doesn't even do damage. Okay, wow, that was fast. Oh hey, she's looking a little rougher now. Well, we have lots of time left, so let's be a little bit more thorough. Okay, that doesn't actually go anywhere. Get up there. Well, there's a teleporter right at the entrance, or at the exit rather, so we can probably afford to push on a little more. Where does this go? Yeah, I'm kind of giving up this time door. That being the case, we'll probably kill a couple of things on our way here. Listen, we'll get some time doors, just not the first one. Ow. Alright. Managed to screw that up pretty badly. Do I want to finish? Yeah, let's explore that last little area. Like I said, we'll get some time shores. We'll get the second one. How about that? That's the plan. Okay, this was this was worth coming over here for. Yeah, sure. So it launches a grenade when we swing it. It's also just a big, very impressive weapon. I have some problems with the slower weapons in this game. Alright, we're gonna explore this last little dead end. Then we're just gonna go really, really fast through the sewers. That's the plan. Some writing, but it's difficult to read. Malaise. They're all something infected. This place is really pleasant. You know, that's the thing about massive prison islands, is they're usually so pleasant. Okay, well the Nutcracker is not a bad starting weapon. You have to be a little bit careful with it. It's really easy to get hit while using it because it swings slowly. But also, it's a red and green item, so we could potentially go green this run. It's going to kind of depend on what we are offered by the dungeon. Oh yeah, and we need to do the second time door again anyway because I didn't actually get that blueprint. Didn't manage to make it back to the collector with it. Okay, so it is every other health fountain that's broken. The first one, the third one. So we will get a health fountain after this. After we get through all of this unspeakable filth. Okay, that's the timed door. It can be tough to find your way through the sewers. The important thing is to have like a kind of a methodical way of going about it. I'm pretty sure that's a dead end up there in that upper left corner. Also, you can fall in the, you can step in the slime without getting poisoned as long as you get back out of it quickly. So here's what this thing looks like. I realize I should show you. It's got a big 3-hit combo. Third hit does more damage, I believe. Oh, there's not even anything down here. What am I doing? We've got places to be. And the first hit will stun stuff, generally. You know, you hit an enemy that's at full health with it. Okay, we need to go down here, and then this way. Yeah, it's alright. It does good damage, and if you're just fighting one thing, or if all the things you're fighting are on the same side of you, the stun is really useful. Oh, see that color on the map that indicates stuff? Well, I really don't care for the frontline shield, so we'll take one of these. Hey, this looks familiar. This is specifically the one we had before. Oh, hey, this guy. Hey, over here. I saw your fight. It was pretty impressive. Did you get it? Oh yeah, I got it. Excellent. Now give it to me. I'm afraid that's not quite how this is gonna work. I said, give it to me. Here's the thing, I can just walk around the bars there, so... Yeah, that's right, I am just like all the rest, apparently. I wish people would tell me more about who all the rest refers to, but everybody seems to think we're doing a similar job. Alright, never mind, I'm leaving. I don't even want to fight giant scorpions. Also, I really like that this version of the Nutcracker throws a grenade with the first attack, because it gives me a quick way of dealing with those bats. Keep this door locked at all costs. If the rats get out, they'll spread the malaise. Oh, like that rat right there? I mean, rats are always a prime suspect in times of illness, and usually falsely accused. I don't know. I kind of like rats. And I'd be surprised if it was rats that made a hole like that. You give a rat long enough, it'll chew a hole of any size in just about anything. It looked solid before it was broken down. Well, that's something. Prisoner 236. The body doesn't look contaminated. Hey, that's true. This does just look like a person body. How did this prisoner end up here? Another failed escape attempt. It turns out you can't usually escape into the wall. Alright, well. Technically, this necklace is better than ours, but not by very much. Yeah, see, ordinarily, those bats can be kind of dangerous with a weapon like the Nutcracker, because it can actually take you so long to hit them. Nah. You know what? I'm changing my mind. We're going to take this shield. Because I'm thinking we might be going for survival a little bit more this game. It might make sense. So it absorbs damage pretty well. The greed shield, when you parry, it, I guess any attack you block, makes a gold tooth fall out of the enemy. Also transforms arrows that hit you into gold. Obviously we'd prefer to parry rather than just blocking stuff. No. Okay, let's do it. It's early enough in the run. Maybe this is a 3-run video. Alright, I've outraged the gods or whatever. We'll be fine. Everything's fine. Yeah, let's go green. Let's try to actually do a green build. So this wolf trap we picked up increases our damage taken by 20%. That's honestly really not very good for a colorless item. In my brain, I still had the bow, and I went to shoot the door open and then roll through it, but instead I blocked, which killed my forward momentum, and we took damage, which killed us because of the curse. Listen, I know what you're thinking. It's just, I'm shaking it off. Everything's going to be fine. We're going to take our... Okay, I like the stun shield. We're going to take our momentum back here. We're going to get that first time door. The run was always doomed, right? Because we didn't get the first time door. It's just like a really bad omen. Alright, stop taking damage, SB. We're going to take 1 point of red here, for now. But I would really like to get an actual green build going. We just have to find some decent green items. Green weapons, in particular. That's the hardest part. Oh, can't actually get past this guy to drop down. Yeah, these enemies definitely have more health. Oh, wait. I don't want to go this way. Another downside of going really fast is that you miss runes. They're less obvious when you're moving at top speed. They glow a little bit more when you stick by them for a second. I think none of these are probably worth spending money on. We'll find stuff for free almost immediately that will outclass that stuff, so... There's a treasure room right above us up there. You know what? 1,200 is an okay price. The ice grenade is one of the better items. Okay, well, we found an exit. I would really love to get into that treasure room, though. So, in case you wondered, I could hear you being concerned out there. In case you were wondering, was this series just going to be him beating the game a bunch of times in quick succession? Nah, probably not. I would say that there's evidence that suggests that that is not what we will be seeing. I'm just going to recycle that. There are some bows that are really good. I don't think that's one of them. I might be pushing it here. Maybe we should just take the teleporter back to the other door. Oh, wait. I see an item below us that I actually do like quite a bit. We're going to replace our shield with this. The throwing knife is actually one of my favorite ranged weapons. Partially because it auto-aims, which is pretty cool. I'm a little worried about only 9 seconds to find the door in the promenade of the condemned. I think 8 seconds. That might be longer than it took us to find it last time. So, if we're thinking about changing things up, do I want to pull one of these items? You know what? Let's go ahead and grab the Impaler. I'm thinking now, at this point, it might be a good idea to pull an item early, even though we're somewhat likely to replace it, just because I might need a little bit of help early on here. It seems like I'm not doing so super well. Alright, we just really have to run. The distance that the timed door is from the start in the promenade seems pretty random. Sometimes it's right there. Sometimes you have to trek a bit. It's looking pretty bad for us. Yep, here it is. Right after we missed it by seconds. Well, you know what? I'm glad I came down here, though. It's okay. We're going to get the second one. We're going to get our marksman's bow back. So yeah, that's what the Impaler does. It's fast, has a cool pattern, and it inflicts a critical hit if it... Basically, like, if the Impaler makes impact with a wall in the animation, it'll do critical damage to the enemy. You just gotta be kind of close to a wall, like that. That's actually closer than you have to be. Oh hey, corpse. Only one arrow hit the target. Yeah, but it really hit the target, huh? Right in the head. Good job, marksman from the past. Live target training. Oh, can we get a bow here? Oh, a better quality of throwing knife. Sure, I'll take that. So when we hit the enemy with this, they'll bleed. Now our shots pierce the first target, and also... Like I said, it aims for you. I am very surprised that I got hit by that. Ow. That was totally just me getting hit on. I'm doing a terrible job here. Well, we know there will be a flask refill at the end of the area. I just need to stop taking so much damage. So yeah, the throwing knives are particularly great in situations like that. Just home in on the bats. Wow, that really has some reach. I was trying to roll there, but I couldn't because I had already rolled in the air and I hadn't hit the ground yet. Okay, there are some things about my performance here that leave something to be desired. Man, am I going to take this other... Yeah, I'm going to take the other hit from the flask. It would be really cool if I didn't die a third time. So, we found the difficulty where I am challenged remarkably quickly. Wow, that's a fair number of enemies. Here we go. This is what we're looking for. Trying to use the... There we go. Get some kills while I'm in here in time paused land. Just throwing stuff the wrong way. Ah, that's taking forever. Okay, do I want to buy any of this? Better infantry grenade? No, not really. So that was probably the entire value of coming down here was that shop. It's another round one boss cell. The promenade has an extra shop in it. I think the contents of the cell door are always the same. I think the one cell door here will always be a shop. Okay, I can actually really use that cake. Well, that's not great. Kind of a lot of these enemies down here. Fortunately, apparently that little knee-high thing there counts as a wall. We can impale people against it. You can clear that without having to double jump. I just didn't. Better quality of ice grenade. We already have a source of bleeding. Yeah, I don't think any of this stuff is worth money. Trying to strike a balance between buying upgrades at the moment that will allow us to continue forward and saving money for after we have continued forward and can actually buy good stuff from the shops. Yeah, these daggers are really, really nice, actually. There are a bunch of items that I kind of relied on in... Wait a second. Did I see... No, okay, it was just the open prompt for the door. I thought I saw a floor rune over there. Oh yeah, there were a number of items that I kind of relied on in my runs toward the end of my playtime, and we have basically unlocked none of them. So I'm having a little bit harder time than I was expecting. Okay, I think we managed to not aggro one of those guys. Yeah. Try to gather him up a little bit. Also, just like find a spot that's a little bit more open. Like, this is a better place to fight him. Okay. Oh, hey, there's a rune. You know what? It's probably not actually faster to stomp. I'm stomping all the time because, like, you fall faster. But if you're only falling a short distance, you actually, like, get stuck a little bit on the landing. Probably shouldn't stomp if I'm falling, like, less than 1 character height. Why did I not go all the way down? Oh, because, right, I can't get up there. Fair enough. So we are at 8 stat points right now. Ooh, swarm of biters. I do like the biting swarm. Actually, why don't we just go double ice grenade? It's not that much less damage, and now we have 2 disables. I do have to remember to use them for them to be meaningful. Seems to be a problem that I am having. That guy's dead. We jump over this guy, we don't have to deal with him. Okay, so we've made it with plenty of time to spare. Do we want to go to the ossuary? Yeah, this was the direction that our blueprint was in, right? So we got plenty of time on this one, which probably puts us in a good spot for the next time's door, which I have no idea of the timing of because it depends on the path you take. Different areas add different amounts of time to the next door. So we can start putting some more stuff toward another item. I actually do like the ice shard quite a bit. Let's put it all toward the assault shield. The assault shield is a lot of fun. And it looks like we're doing a red build. Just going to try to give myself a little bit more margin of error here. Alright, we have to do 2 levels in effectively 2 health bars, because a flask charges about half of a bar. So I have to stop taking dumb damage. You know what it is? It's too spooky in here. It's got me all shook. I'm like Luigi. Except less dead. If you don't know what I'm talking about there, I just realized probably not everybody is watching the Nintendo Directs. Nintendo releases they do like a little live announcement thing every so often. Oh, these guys are dangerous. We're gonna just give him a couple of these, slow him down. They actually do turn around. They have the ability to turn around after each hit in the combo, which is much more combat capability than most enemies have. Yeah, Nintendo does these like direct announcements. They were announcing new characters for Smash Brothers today. And apparently they got the protagonists from the Castlevania games, but the way they chose to show that off was by having like a very Castlevania sequence with Luigi in it, because he's he does spooky stuff ever since he got that mansion. And much to my surprise, and it seemed like the surprise of many other people watching, in the middle of the sequence, the Grim Reaper shows up and straight murders Luigi. Like, cuts his soul out of his body with a big scythe. On camera. They don't even cut away. You just see somebody murder Luigi with a big scythe. It's very traumatic for me. Luigi's my favorite, like, Mario universe character. Who doesn't love Luigi? It'd be ridiculous. It's a ridiculous assertion that there might be such a person. Nintendo's playing with our hearts, man. They don't even care. They don't even care about the trauma they inflict. Okay, there's some kind of something down there. Hold on a second. I know we're, like, pushing on time doors and stuff, but... Aha! Well, that's a lot of spikes. It looks like over here is safe? Okay. Alright, I don't actually know what that does. I mean, I can guess from the name. Probably just makes your flask heal for more, but do it more slowly. Probably like the same amount of regen regen per time unit, but just over more time. A message left in the storeroom. What? Soldiers leaving little notes for each other. The bodies are piling up endlessly. Burning them is no longer good enough. Oh, I was kind of hoping this was going to be like a love note or something. Some get back up, and others even manage to get their hands on weapons. We have to leave this island while we still can. Well, I've got some bad news for them in the past. It kind of looks like this one doesn't... Most of these have had like a thing we could interact with that gave loot. Alright, well... I guess we shall just forge on. So what have we here? What is the one cell door in the ossuary? Oh, it's a place where you can buy food. Actually, that's very welcome. Do we want to wait and come back to this later, maybe? Yeah, I think that'll be the plan. What does this guy have to say? Okay, nothing unusual. I do appreciate how the shopkeeper dresses appropriate to the items that are in the shop. But it would be cool if he had some, like, maybe some lines that were appropriate to the things that are in the shop. Okay, well, there's some kind of, elite enemy up there who'll probably drop us a necklace. I guess let's go fight it with a bunch of freeze bombs. What do we have here? Oh, one of these little dudes. Oh, rolled clean through all the guys here. So the good news is, killing all the little zombies that have been frozen is leaving us biters. The bad news is, the biters don't seem to live very long or do much damage. Okay, we've almost got it. This is taking longer than I wanted it to. This is what happens when you use low-level weapons. Okay, that's pretty good. 2 stat points, downward smash attacks, burn the ground, and cover the ground simultaneously with inflammable oil. That's a decent group of traits. Yeah, look at that. Oh, that's a lot of enemies. Okay, well, good work, biters. The party horn sound they make when they die is sad, but also very funny. Ow! Stupid thing turned its back on me right as I attacked. So it looks like there's... Okay. I wanted to investigate whether there was something going on with that wall. Nope, I guess this is just a super weird dead end. Seems odd, but... Let's go on. So, I'm gonna guess that we're looking at like 15 to 17 minutes. Ooh. We have 2 frost bombs and these throwing knives. We might be able to get away with this. Alright, I'm gonna do it. This is maybe greedy. Okay, yeah. It seems like I'm always angering some god or another. Definitely want to focus on damage right now. A shield that increases your damage taken by 20%, but also lowers it by 10%. Honestly, this is just not a very good item for our build, especially. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna recycle that. Okay, so we are relying very heavily on grenades and throwing knives for a while. Hey guy, maybe you could bleed to death a little faster. Okay, 1 down. He didn't turn... I assumed he would turn around... I assumed he would turn around before attacking, and I didn't actually look to see if he had turned around before hitting the roll button. Well... We're 45 minutes into the episode. We'll go one more. We're gonna try one more. We're going fast. It's going to be okay, because we're going so fast. I'll take this, I guess. I think what the game is trying to tell me is that I don't have enough health. Actually, no, never mind. 2 of our 3 deaths have been to curses. What the game's telling me is that I get hit too much. It's not even really useful feedback. Hey, SB, get hit less. Yeah, I know. I know I'm supposed to get hit less. As you can see, the enemies in each area do change as you get more cells. We weren't encountering these guys in the prison cells back on 1 cell. Everything in this game is cells. I apologize. Commentary is going to get a little repetitive. Every once in a while, I have to say cell 15 times. Like this, a cell door. Hey, look at that. Hey, you there! Oh, it's you. Looks like I'm on the right side of the door for once. Ha ha ha! Damn, they didn't mess around. Someday we're going to figure out what everybody's talking about. Can we steal his food? Been abandoned here for some time. Wow, that is a whole turkey. Who cooks a whole turkey and then just leaves it somewhere? How do you forget about your entire turkey? You know what? We're going green. I'm choosing to interpret the things that have been happening to us as a negative endorsement, a lack of endorsement of the strategy we were using. Taking bad damage. Taking bad damage already. Man, I wish I had another whole turkey. See, I can't even forget about other people's whole turkeys, much less my own. Let's see what's this way. There's definitely still at least 1 more scroll to be had on this level, and I would love to not leave without it. And we're not even going to stop to fight stuff, because stopping to fight stuff is how I get in trouble. Yeah, alright, we're going to go for the room. Maybe this is a bad idea. Yeah, it was not a great idea. 100 gold? Well, that makes it all worthwhile. Plus 50% damage from your max HP. Listen, it's a green weapon. There aren't really that many of those, especially not yet. We haven't unlocked several of the good ones, so sure, I'll take it. This we will not take. So, there's definitely something up there, but I'm wondering if we should just bail. Like, the time's getting pretty close. Yeah, let's just go to the sewer entrance. If finding the last scroll in here would cause us to miss the timed door, then that's just scroll neutral, right? We're talking about 1 scroll either way. But we are not going to take a cursed chest. I'm going to resist. Resist the urge. So do I want to put... I want to put 2 cells in here. You know what? Maybe we should just... I'm just going to take one of these. The assault shield is actually really fun to play with. So, burns enemies that we parry, and it does this thing when you block with it. So you can just stand and block, but the parry has this charge forward component. And you can do it in the air. Like, there's a lot of mobility. So we're very fast now. We have our bear trap. We have our extremely slow weapon. It's kind of an odd group of items, but they all scale in the same stat, and we're going to make it work somehow. Should have plenty of time. It's just gonna... Oh, it's up there. Okay, we probably broke about even by not finishing the level, but getting out here in time for the time door. And we're going to minimize combat. We're just going to avoid a lot of stuff. I am not going to get killed in a dank sewer by some kind of magic scorpion. It's just not the kind of life that I want to lead anymore. Oop, that's... I thought that it would maybe carry me just clean over the pit there. It works if you jump first. Apparently the horizontal momentum is not enough to cancel out any falling that you might do. Unless you jump, in which case it totally does just go straight forward. There's a hidden room down there, and I do really want to go explore it. Oh, this is not good. Okay, we're fine. Everything's fine. Do we want this thing over the ice grenade? Victims emit a toxic cloud is pretty cool. Then again, disables are pretty cool when we have a weapon that's as slow as this one. Yeah, alright, let's go back for it. We've been making the second time door with plenty to spare. I mean, you can't argue with the damage. The damage is pretty good. Apparently can't hit stuff through walls like that. Okay, so it looks like maybe... There's definitely a roll-through area right below us. Do I have to get into it through this wall somewhere? Or how is that... How is that accessed? Not even showing up on the map. I don't know. Is it over here? Over here? Nope. Oh well, we'll worry about it some other time. Alright, back to going fast. Remember going fast? It's back. I don't think this thing used to attack in both directions. This item was in the last build I played. I'm finding myself consistently surprised. Wow, okay, it doesn't have any vertical component on the attack at all. So that's not great, especially here. Fortunately, we can use the assault shield to do this, or to just zoom away from them, which I guess is going to have to be the plan. Nope, just, you know what, not interested even in fighting. We've got a timed door to make. Also, where the heck is all of the loot? It's almost like people don't even keep their valuables in the sewer around here. Oh, an elite scorpion. I don't want to not fight that. I would like to fight the elite scorpion. But this is going to be a little tricky, because there's kind of a lot of... Why are there so many scorpions here? Okay. Okay, I tried to parry that. There we go. That was a good parry. Wow, that was a really good parry. Alright, well, we traded our heart for a crummy sapphire amulet. It has a stat point on it, I guess. And this is a colorless greed shield. This one's not bad. It has a point of survival on it. Yeah, okay. We are not in a great place health-wise. I mean, I may as well drink this. But I'm thinking we might be in a little bit of trouble here. If we can just make it to the end of the area, we'll be fine. Do I just want to have 2 wolf traps? Yeah, I kind of think I do. They have a long cooldown, but they scale with our build. We'll just alternate. So yeah, once you get the... Oops, forgot that I don't have the assault shield anymore already. This is why I should never change equipment. I just hard missed that parry. Okay, what's going to give me more health? I need, apparently, all the health I can get. I don't want either of these things. I think this one probably sells for more. 190. Probably neither of them sold for an amount that was actually worth having. So our shield does still shoot an arrow. We can use it to defeat bats. We just have to actually hit them with it. So with a lot of items you can use, or with a lot of melee weapons, You can use the melee attack to kind of hover in place and just attack stuff. But the way it works is that it kind of kills your vertical momentum. Yeah, I guess let's just go. It kills your vertical momentum every time an attack comes out. So it's more effective with fast weapons. With this weapon, we can't really hover so much as fall in a real stuttery way. So, do we want to unlock something else? What do we want to work on next? We still have a couple of items left to go before we, I think, want to go on to the next... Yeah, let's get one of these, actually. Before we go on to the next level of Flask. Yeah, 300 cells. Like, I'd like to get restock available before we start worrying about that, because restock is really useful. Then we'll just put some cells into the stun grenade. I think the stun grenade is generally pretty useful. Replace our weaker wolf trap with this. So, necromancy. Do I also want what doesn't kill me? Let's go this way. So, like, 4 HP after an enemy dies doesn't sound like a lot, especially, you know, when we're not really fighting that much. But it will continue to scale up as we get more points of green, and at some point we'll want to stop trying to run through areas and actually fight. It's definitely safer to just intentionally engage with every enemy and not be, like, running at full speed all the time. So, you know, that might have been somewhat responsible for our deaths. Although I guess mostly what's responsible for our deaths is me being bad at curses. This isn't even where I want to be. Let's drop down here. Okay. Oh, hey, those guys are in the ramparts now. That's cool. Okay, well, we gotta check out what's over here. Apparently, not really anything. Weird. Oh, dear. Oh, the bomb knocked him away from the bear trap. So yeah, the second and third strikes hit in both directions. That's actually really useful. So is there just not a timed door in the ramparts, or... Ow. Yeah, it seems like maybe there's not a timed door here. Kind of surprised by that. Oh no, here it is, and just in time. It's weird that it's so deep in the level, though. Alright, I think probably this asymmetrical lance is actually a really good weapon, if you can get used to how slow it is. But for right now, we're going to keep trying to pursue the time doors. This has something to do with the fact that this episode is already so long. But also, you know, we're just testing the viability of strategies here. We're learning stuff that will be helpful in the future. A new assault shield. I can't imagine it's going to be better than the shield we're using now. Of course, I do have to actually use the shield that we're using now for it to be any good. Instead of just rolling past everything. Take that, guy. Okay, we got 70 gold from his projectile. There we go. Got him eventually. Yeah, the range on that second strike is very impressive. Seems like maybe the third strike doesn't actually hit behind. So the weapon takes a little bit of finesse to use. But yeah, on the whole, it seems to be really good. Just more health, please. So, a more powerful grenade. How much is this? 4,800? How much more damage is it? Not very much, actually. Yeah, I think I'm fine. Let's save our money. Well, I'm sure making this climbing look difficult. Listen, it is actually a hard game. I'm beating myself up a little bit here, but it can actually be pretty difficult. What I'm saying is it's not my fault. Everybody stop yelling at me in the comments. I can tell. You haven't even finished the video yet, and already you're down there in the comments section writing angry stuff. Where are we going here? Oh hey, free daggers. Well, I'm definitely not taking an off-color weapon that doubles my damage taken. A whole collection of insects, carefully classified and lined up in nice straight rows. And classified by type. And by size. And in alphabetical order. Listen, somebody's got a hobby. This is perfectly normal. The person who worked in this office was certainly perfectly normal. I'm familiar with that particular insect right there. Research notebook. All the species found in these areas seem changed. Was it insects that spread the malaise all over the island? That is far more likely than rats. Well, okay, blind down smash could have taken us directly into a hole, I realized as soon as I started doing it. But by then, I had already committed, philosophically, if not mechanically. Look at that, restores 5 HP after an enemy dies. Starting to get into the high rollers area here. Eventually it does start scaling up, and the scaling is not linear. So we will, eventually we will see numbers that actually matter. Not interested in fighting the big dude. Ow. Okay, there we go. That's how that's supposed to go. Oh, this is not ideal. Okay, I feel pretty good about that parry. That was legitimate. Boy, this is a long side area. Okay. So we got that key up there. We still haven't figured out what the deal is with that, and we will try to figure it out, I don't know, next time. Some other time when we are not trying to speedrun. Was it 15 minutes? The time door after the Black Bridge? I think it was like 15. We're going to explore a little bit more. There may yet be scrolls. I really like the graphical effect on this thing when it's in crit mode. Very, very bright and splashy. There you go, what'd I tell you? Definitely gonna keep going with this. Get me the hell out of here. Nope, didn't actually roll through him. There we go. Well, I was really expecting there to be a teleporter back at the end of all this. Alright, let's get out of here. I think it was 15 minutes. I think we got plenty of time, but I'm not certain, and that makes me nervous. Oh, doesn't really smell better here than anywhere else on the island. Fortunately, I don't have a nose, so probably I'm not really suffering. Okay, I do like the stun grenade quite a bit. It'd be cool to get that. I think we're going to stick with our current modifiers, but we should definitely... What do I want to grab here? We have some points in red and purple. This would only affect the bear trap. It's kind of awkward to have our cooldown items split over grenade and not grenade. Maybe the smart thing to do then is to take, like... I don't need ammo. I don't really need HP after parries. But I might eventually. Yeah, alright. Let's go for maximum safety build. You might say this is cowardice. To which I would answer, yeah, you're not wrong. Stop making me feel bad about it. Okay, I'm pretty sure that bear-trapped enemies cannot turn around. So we're going to bear-trap this dude and then just have at him. And then when the bear trap wears off, we're going to lure him into the other bear trap. And then when that one wears off, we'll have to actually fight him with our shield like someone who knows what they're doing at this game. Aha! What's up now? Stop there. Well, shoot. Turns out you can't roll through that. Or at least you can't roll through that in the way that I just tried to. It probably is possible if you were better at the game. This is taking forever. I'm glad we came in here with some time to spare. But you know what? My shield has bonus damage after parries, doesn't it? Yeah, okay. I should be parrying more. Yeah, that's pretty good. There we go. It looked like it was off cooldown. This is not a good place to be when he does the aura. Oh! I wasn't really expecting the jump to get caught in the trap, which is weird because I know that that's how that works. Well, I mean, we're regenning health and everything. This is kind of working. I didn't roll all the way through that. You can see a little bit there what I was talking about earlier, where as the one attack goes off, you do hover in the air for a second. Boy, if it really is 15 minutes, we're not even going to make it by that much. Ow. Nope, no. Okay, here we go. Yeah, that took forever. And we're offered a duplex bow, which I think we're going to skip. It is a bow that scales with green, so maybe that's actually a good reason to think about this. Nah, I like our shield. It's a good shield. You gotta remember to use it, but it's a good shield. A well-sharpened blade cuts deeper. So they say. We don't really have to so they say that. That's just correct. That is how blades work. Got ourselves a timed door, quite a few cells. And the root grenade. The root grenade is awesome. That's a very, very good item. I think we're still going to skip out on that, dude. We have a lot of things to unlock yet. So... have I given him my blueprint now? Yeah, okay. We gave him the melee blueprint and the root grenade. I'm actually going to put all 36 of our cells into that. I want to unlock that before the stun grenade even. And we do get a refill this time. Do I want to go back and reforge anything? Nah. Let's just keep moving. So we still can't go this way. Through the Stilt Village. There's another time door, right? Is there a time door in the clock tower? Oh, you know what? Maybe there isn't. So we probably don't need to keep being so fast. We can just go through here. Pressed the wrong buttons there, or rather the right buttons in the wrong order. Ow. Thought for sure that was going to actually kill all of them. Nope. I'll fight you in a second. Hold on. Oh, what? We don't even get a blueprint on this one. Ridiculous. Oh. I missed a very small amount of gold. Okay. But real-world time is still an incentive to keep moving here. It turns out I don't have infinite time, and spoiler alert for real life, neither do you. That was kind of a dangerous way to do that, because those bats sometimes stop above the level of your melee attacks, as you guys have seen earlier on this run. What do we got here? Food. Yeah. 38.4 to buy another flask charge. Worth keeping in mind, but let's get a move on here. Okay, if we actually do just continue the attack string all the way through, it just kills them all. Kills them all right away, and we don't have to worry about them jumping around or anything. Okay, looks like there's something up left here we should probably get to. I don't know, maybe we should approach it from inside, I guess. Okay, I do love a bear trap. Sorry, wolf trap. Victims burn, bonus damage to poison targets. Sure, we should probably try to find a better source of poison. I don't think that the toxic cloud from our shield actually poisons enemies. I think it just, you know, leaves an AoE area on the ground. Okay, that's enough of that. Did I really get hit by that, man? Okay, this is not actually optional. I think we need both of the keys. Okay. Wow, I just sort of phased through the wall there. Listen, my power knows no bounds. That's what we're about to teach this entire weird city built on the wharf. There's actually reflections in the water. This game does look really, really nice. Okay, almost managed to roll into that again. But this time, only almost. Oh no! Can't attack! Help. We're just gonna back up a little bit here. Deal with some of these guys. There we go. That was a really embarrassing way to take that much damage. Yeah, the health differential is so different. It's so small. There's really not any reason to take anything other than green. I assume there will be eventually. At some point, it's going to stop giving us health at all, right? Oh, I know this unnatural fog. This is a very dangerous time. So you can see that... I can't move. Okay. You can see that as the little worm enemies get over here toward this side, they become harder to see. It's because of that priestly-looking dude here. I don't know, the Mist Bishop, or whatever his name is. He waves his sensors back and forth, and it becomes very difficult to see enemies. Hey, this guy's still turning around even though he's in the bear trap. That's just not how those bear traps work. You guys got no respect for the rules. So it's often the case that crits will stun, as you saw there. So if you get a weapon that has an activatable crit mode that is reliable, like this one, you can use that to your advantage. This is actually, this is a pretty good weapon. Man, I tried. I tried to roll after I realized that my my attack was not going to hit. Really? I'm having a remarkably hard time with some very simple stuff here. These enemies are just dynamically rewriting the rules, playing however they want. Nope, we are not doing this. I learned my lesson. I can be taught. It takes a couple of times, but I have learned. Alright, so somewhere around here, there's going to be a door that allows us to take an alternate path, and this feels like I missed it. We're just going to go back and find it then. That's how strongly I feel about I threw that in the wrong direction. Nope, can't actually squeeze through there. This is a dangerous place to be. Well, that's the door I'm looking for. Should we fight that elite? I'm gonna fight the elite. Whoops. Oh, that's right. After you get an elite down below half health, it teleports to chase you. You don't have to go back to get it. Enemies that hit you freeze, dodging plants a bomb. This is a much better amulet. And may as well grab this while we're here. Okay. 26% versus 9% is starting to get pretty significant. Also, the parry bonus is starting to get really high. Yeah, okay. Let's scale our what do you call it? Scale our mutations. So we have this alternate path available to us here. I think this is pretty difficult. This is an alternate route that leads to an alternate boss. Instead of the clock tower boss. And this might not go that well. Do extra damage when there's at least 2 enemies near you. Honestly, not a bad mutation on most runs. I don't actually want to take either of these on this run, so I'm going to just get these real close to completion. We maybe have too many items real close to completion. Alright, we'll start actually taking some of those on the next couple of runs. Okay, this is extremely welcome. I couldn't remember if we were going to a collector area that had one of those or that didn't. Once reserved for high-ranking dignitaries, the sepulchre became a torturous labyrinth. And then some other words that I didn't read fast enough. So this is the anomaly she's looking for. You've come a long way down beneath the surface, Fallen One. Dark is the path you have chosen. Yeah, I'm seeing that. The light of the guardian monoliths will guide you. But for how long? I don't know. Behind you, the big light, right there. That way. Oh, yeah, okay, I see that. This one. Cool, I got it. I love this character. This is a very good character. So yeah, the deal with this area is that the darkness will totally kill you. Oh wow, we were way ahead on this. But there are these orbs that grant light. There's a couple different kinds. Ooh, 2 chests. 2 scrolls. Notice, no light down here. So, the longer we're out of the light, the more our personal light aura diminishes. And if it diminishes all the way, we start to take damage, which you may see... Okay, whew. Every time you go near a light, you get your full aura back. These big gold-based ones are permanent, but the smaller blue ones that we ran past in the hallway are not. Alright, our shield is probably starting to get a little out-leveled. It actually still does considerably more damage than an assault shield, and it still has that attacking after a parry thing. You know what? We're keeping it. And I don't really want this either, so I guess let's we'll pull this off the thing and sell it. So sometimes we gotta just keep moving. You get committed to a pathway like this, and there doesn't seem to be any light along it, well, figure it out. You just gotta keep going. Can't really stop, or you will be slowly murdered by the darkness, and not really that slowly. Okay. Just close enough to that thing to be able to steal the light through the door. So we need to find ourselves a key. Maybe down here? Well, let's hope not, because I can't go that way. There are still several movement runes left. I do not remember where they are. So, we'll discover them together. Ooh, what's in here? Good stuff? Treasure? Loot? Nope. Absolutely not. I refuse. Okay, so these are the smaller ones that wear out. You just gotta not rely on them for very long. Yeah, this is a pretty good weapon. Ow. Hey, don't do that. What's wrong with you? Shooting stuff at people through the floor. Who trained you to fight? Dude's got no honor at all. Hey, look. One of them keys. Is this... Nope. Okay. Listen, the floor was slightly different in that spot. You know, it could have been a thing. Could have been anything. Do we want to go back and go down here, maybe? Nah, let's just continue forward. Let's go the way that definitely seems to be the way forward. Okay, well this is promising in the sense that it looks really horrible. Alright, I think we're going to keep running until we find a light source. Yeah, like that. Oh, we gotta kill this guy. Okay, rare blueprint. Let's refresh our light. So, even more reason not to die horribly in the dark here. Kinda gotta pick a direction and start running. No. Okay, that's another one of those flower keys. Look at that, I'm learning my lesson with the bats. Okay, well, I mean, we don't have the way to get in there anyway, so I'm not going to stress about it. Can't get up there either. Boy, it sure would be cool. Okay, here we go. It would be cool if we could find some light. Nah. I need cells, but I don't think I need cells that badly. We might still want to buy something at some point during this run. Yeah, like here, maybe. Okay, this actually does burn enemies, and it does quite a bit more damage. And it does extra damage to a burning target, and the wolf trap burns our enemies. Yeah, okay, I think that's a reasonable purchase. Still have actually kind of a lot of money left. Maybe I should be buying stuff more aggressively. $90 HP after a parry, 17 HP after an enemy dies. See, those values are starting to get pretty good. Research notebook. The bodies have woken up again. And this darkness. I can no longer continue my experiments on the malaise here. Yeah, it's pretty weird. It's a pretty weird entire situation. Also, this is a dead end with no interactables in it. There's a lot of weird stuff going on here. I would like to be done with this area, like, just as quickly as we can manage that. Let's try this way. The game is really hurling scrolls at us. I feel like this is more scrolls than usual. I don't really have any numbers to base that on. I just feel that way. So, you know, it might not be anything to that. Fortunately, their attack takes even longer to wind up than mine does. And it's very short-ranged, so we can just rely on the forward motion of our attack sequence to take us out of range of it. Do I know where I'm going with this key? I do not, which means it's probably up and to the left here. Honestly, this has gone pretty smoothly so far. This area can be pretty difficult. Nope. Should probably just be parrying stuff like that. Okay, well the enemies that deal damage to you freeze effect is going to do a pretty good job of keeping us from taking chains of damage like we have been. Again, notice as soon as I'm doing a bad job, it's we again. Also, that guy was smuggling cake. I don't know where. Probably shouldn't just eat cake that comes out of a dude. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. Okay, we should probably push forward. I need light. Yeah, like this. Are those guys going to be able to... Yes, they are able to follow me through that. And it's a good thing, too, because I did not notice that this guy had a star over his head. Yeah, sure. I'll take even more survival. Can never have enough survival. Okay, so those guys hurl axes at us. Someday I hope to be cool enough to hurl axes at people. Nope, I rolled in front of him. Ooh. Alright, we have blueprints to turn in. It's imperative that we not die here. I really like this weapon. Is that... that's a lot of spikes for it to be the way forward. Well, here's the actual... Okay, so this just goes back to the clock room, huh? There is a different... Alright, I'm gonna come in here. What do we got? Oh! Well, this doesn't look great. It's a pair of difficult elites. Whoa! That was weird. I just kind of... Every time I started to attack, I went upward more. Oh. Can't parry a guy if he already hit you. Okay, this got a little hectic. Fortunately, all the tiny undead are keeping our keeping crit mode up on our weapon. Oh hey, Hayabusa boots. We don't have these unlocked? Kinda seems like they were unlocked. That's... Huh. Okay. There are some situations where things that are not unlocked can drop. You know what? Did it drop as like a legendary colorless item? Maybe that's the thing. Maybe you can always get everything in those drops. Alright, well, 62 cells. This gives us the ability to buy quite a bit of stuff. What do we actually want? You know what? Let's almost completely buy this out, because this is actually something I'd really like to have turned on. Getting a random melee weapon at the start of the game instead of the garbage sword would be really cool. And I think I'm actually happy with our mutations. Yeah, I guess we're gonna go fight the clock boss. There's totally another boss. I don't know how you get to him. The path has changed. Things are different now, you know? Also, I'm a little worried that the clock tower boss is gonna totally wreck me with this extremely slow weapon on this higher difficulty. Well, I did a bad job of parrying. Ah, man. He has a hit really early in that animation, like before it looks like he's hitting you. These bear traps are doing some fine work. Ow. Just leave these in the middle of the room. He's gonna throw that chain. I know he is. What are you doing, dude? Aha! Why don't you come over here and fight me? Okay, so the wolf traps actually do catch him when he's doing his dash. He needs to stop teleporting over my traps. Well, that's embarrassing. Ow. Okay. Next time we catch him with the trap, I need to drink. There we go. Well, I would have parried him if he hadn't failed to strike me like a coward. I'm having a really hard time hitting this guy. A lot of teleporting. He tripped the trap, but didn't actually get stuck in it. So apparently he just always misses the second shot of that. I don't have to do anything, he just whiffs. Try not to get caught with that chain. I'm not 100% clear on his pattern yet. I can't tell when he's going to do that or when he's going to throw the stars. Oh, wow. Sometimes he throws an awful lot of them. And he, too, can turn around while in the traps, even though that's like the whole thing that the traps are for. You know what? I should probably have taken that opportunity to heal. And I realized it a little too late. And then I got hit by a giant sword from heaven, which is weird. I have a lot of weird experiences in this game. I was going to drink real quick. Oh, please stop hitting me. Okay, I mean, I'm ahead of him on health, but not by very much. Okay, that was a good parry. Ow. Oh, it hurts. Ah, didn't quite parry in time there. I was trying not to do it early, because that's... Yeah, we're gonna die. I'm gonna die. The swords falling from the ceiling make it really hard to do this with a slow weapon. Ah. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Well, I almost had that. This is a tough fight to do with a weapon that has an initial attack that's that slow. It would have been easier if we'd had 2 damage-focused throwing items. I could have just relied entirely on those, but you know what? On the whole, I'm not too upset about that turnout for the new difficulty. You know, we're learning. We're still getting there. So that's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time when I die just the once, and we'll see you then.